Micky Collins after the victory over Langney Wanderers here at Bourne Stadium on Saturday. 6-1 win, Micky. Pleased with most of what went on this afternoon?
Absolutely. The good thing with pre-season is if you get tested, and they tested us really well, and they caused us major problems early, which you need that. There's no point in coming out here, we are a league above, but you need to be tested, and they were a good side. They passed the ball well, got some lively kids, and they took a deserved lead early. And do you know what? That's what you need, because then you look at where your weaknesses are and what you've got to do right. And then as the game goes on, I think our fitness levels and probably the quality tells. But yeah, it's good. It's another one we've got something out of, and food for thought, which is great.
They made you work hard in that opening 20 minutes, didn't they?
I thought they were excellent. I thought they were really good, really well organised, and they caused us major problems, and that's what you want. There's no point in, as I say, pre-season and you're getting nothing out of it, and you're just rolling teams over. No one earns out of that, and hopefully they'll learn today as well, because they'll look at it as a team and think, where can they improve? And that's the most important thing. No one's got injured apart from Rips with a big black eye, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was the blip on the afternoon, the circumstances surrounding that, and Tom was in the wars a lot last season, and pre-season now, and he's got another black eye to overcome.
Yeah, I mean, he's won the header, and then the goal is literally a second later and punched him straight in the eye. It's a straight penalty, and then the refs got all confused. But the bit for me is that he's the man. He makes the decision. If it's not a thingy, if it's not a penalty, then it's a corner, because he must be saying that the goalie's got something on it, and then he's telling me he ain't touched it. So where are we? And then and it's all about what we've seen. It's irrelevant what we've seen. He's the governor, and he's in the middle. And I just pointed it out to him and just said, for me, it's got. I know it's pre-season. We're all doing that, and we've all had a big layoff. But he's got to get them decisions right. And I think everyone in the ground saw it. And only one person never.
Tom's enforced departure brought on Dean Gunner, a new face in the squad. Very experienced player, been around the block, but good to have him involved here.
I've tried to sign Dean Gunner last season. We wanted to change things and at the back, and we probably would have let one go that's gone this year, and it didn't happen. So, and I tried to bring him in, and he was at Three Bridges, and he said, I'm not committed, and very honest of him. And he rang me last week, and he said, look, he's been shielding, I think, because of COVID, and he said, I'm back. I want to come play for you. And you see it, what a great player. He's just a great defender, experience, and it just adds to it. I've got three great centre halves now, and I've got a 16-year-old that's in my book is exceptional.
And he came on second half with Piers Fortney, and both showed up well. Michael Pete, you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the kid's got a great future. I really do. And we're playing him at right back. We see him as a right back long term because of the size of him. But he reads the game so well for a young lad, and it's another positive. I look at it. We're producing talent in the club, and they're getting a pathway into the first team, and they're playing. And not only they're playing, they're coming out and doing the business. So it's a win-win. It'd be different when it's blood, guts, and thunder, and the league starts, and then we'll look after them and protect them. But you know what, I'm really pleased for him, and for Piers to score with his first touch for the first team at 16, that's incredible.
Apart from the senior side, you're also very involved in the youth team, and I gather you were down here this week with the youngsters who started the FA Youth Cup on Monday week against Erith Town.
We've got year ones and year twos that are both really good sides, and they're both managed by good lads, and it looks really strong. And you know what, that's a positive for the club, because if we're managing to achieve that every year, then you know what, it bodes well for us, long term as a club.
And it's an exciting prospect being involved in something like the FA Youth Cup, but even at this stage of the competition.
It's all about experience at their age for me, and it's learning different ways, and then they come into the first team and it's a totally different dynamic for them, and they're out there to really win, and there's football's played a different way at this level, and you know what, to learn all that and have that in your locker at 16, 17 is a great asset.
Back to the seniors this afternoon. Cardiff Silva's hat-trick, probably topped, I think, by James Badassi Saldana's final goal. He's worked hard since he first came into the side at the back end of last season.
Yeah, I mean, Carl, for me, he's a he's a professional. You know, you don't play in the Premier League unless you're a good footballer. And what I like about him is, you know, he's seen the position there. He played left side for us last week, and he was really good, really good. And then he said to me, look, I can play there, I can go and play up front. So we said, okay, fine. So we've given him the opportunity, and he's proved us right. He scored a great header, then another good finish, and then he's topped it off with a great hat-trick. And you know what? You want that from your players that believe in themselves and they actually want to go and show you. And I listen. I'm not one of those that just makes those decisions. So for me, it was a win-win. And then just to see James Bessie on his game, because I've got great hopes for that kid. And he's another one beats himself up confidence-wise. And then when he's on it and he's doing what he does, I mean, that goal at the end, that's just, you know what? I don't really cheer goals in pre-season, but you had to cheer that one.
Had a good view of it as well.
Oh, I was right behind it. It's 2 step overs, and he's sold them both, and then he's absolutely nailed it in the far corner, top corner. What a goal, you know. And they're positives, you know. You come out of it and they're happy. And you know what, Andrew, you don't have to be the best team in the world, but if you've got 11 guys going out there every week with confidence, you got half a chance.
Yeah. Are you pleased with the group? Are you pleased with, you know, I know it's only pre-season and you've got a couple of weeks before you start in the league. Are you happy with?
Really pleased with the squad we've put together. Yeah, we've got one slot maybe that we sit tight on and we'll wait. But you know, you consider today no Alex Fidesz, he's in quarantine again. Loves a bit of quarantine now. We've got no Terrell, who's a big plus for us. No Ryan Fowler, who had an exceptional game last week. No Ben Davison. You know, all of a sudden you look at those players that are missing from your lineup and you think, wow, you know. And Reece Deakins, you know, who's a big signing for us, and he's got a niggle from last week. So you're taking 5 first teamers straight out of the squad and filling it with 16, 17-year-olds, and they're still performing how we want them to. That's a real positive.
Just a couple of other things. Kingstonian on Tuesday night, that'll be a step up for you.
Yeah, that will be a step up. We're going to have to look at the walking wounded we got, because we're really, really short players. So we'll cross that bridge tomorrow when we've had 24 hours to think about it.
And the fixtures out this week. 3 Bridges at home, first 3 out, the first 4 at home. Early thoughts? Had a look at them all the way through?
Yeah, no, not really. I look at the first month and see where we are with that. You know, to be honest, Andrew, I don't look past the first FA Cup game, because that for me is what we're aiming at. That's the pivot. I think we did get right. We came in late and we didn't come in early, like loads of people did. And I think we're just peaking at the right time. It's perfect. The fitness levels are there. Everything's organised and we're ready to go. And we've timed it absolutely perfectly. So I'm happy with that. And that's the most important thing.
And this week's season will be fixed up with a pro contract at Dover. You'll be pleased with that.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Looking forward, I'm sure, to seeing him progress.
Yeah, that'd be great. And you know, I was lucky enough to take him down during the week and drop him off and watch a bit of training, and that looked really good. So, yeah, no, it's a great move for him. And he's had, you know, a tough year, 18 months really, with on-off injuries and not a fair run of it. And I think if he'd have had probably the move to that would have come earlier. But he had 2 other National League clubs that really wanted him, and we just decided that Dover we thought was going to be the option. He could stay at home. They train once the season starts close to us, and you know what? You want your kid to go on and play a decent level. I've always thought he could go and make the grade as a professional. Now he's actually got to stamp his authority and get in the side. But when you've got people like Andy Hesson-Taylor and Nicky Southall and Darren Hare looking after him, that's the most important thing for me. You know, they've probably got about 1,600 league games between them, and for them to pass that on to him and him to learn and accept it, he'll go. But he's another Sevenoaks boy, you know. He started with us as a kid, went off, went to his pro clubs, smashed it in the Kent Youth League when he came back for different clubs, and then obviously Scunthorpe back to us again, and then it shows you can dip back into non-league and then you can go again and you can elevate yourself, and he's proof's in the pudding with that boy.
We wish him well. We wish you well, and good luck on Tuesday.
Thanks, Andrew.